Good morning. It is 5:30 and I have to work out before school this morning. I just don't have time later today because I'm going to a Kings game, Sacramento Kings game, Light the Beam. But I'm getting after it today. Changed it up, got a new microphone as you can see. But let's go get this workout. All right, I am back and I'm off to class now. I got about 2 hours. It usually takes me about an hour and a half to get to class. Good workout. There's a lot of people here at 5 in the morning, which is not that surprising. I mean, it's a gym, so it's nice to see other people like get up and at it early in the morning. Magic Mind got to take it in the morning as well. But I was just thinking about this idea that like we're never really satisfied, at least for myself and for other people that I've known. We always seem to set a goal, achieve it, and then we want more, right? Like you make more money, you spend more. You gain muscle in the gym and you have body dysmorphia, you know what I'm saying? And random thought also, I was thinking in the gym like, oh, I should film some of my workout, but I was like, what's the point in doing that? Because in the gym, we're doing the same thing over and over again. You're doing the same exercises, maybe you mix it in like every now and then. How long can you really keep filming the same thing? And for me, like that sounds pretty repetitive and pretty boring, but then at the same time, there's people like, Sam Sulek who exploded on YouTube and making content, and he just kind of films himself being real, being really authentic. And I used to watch a lot of his videos, honestly, because he was a relatable dude, except for the completely jacked part. But it's an interesting idea. I'm like, how long can you keep making the same exact video? Because his videos are like an hour long. A lot of it is like 20 minutes of him just exercising, grunting. Ah! Ah! But at the same time, I guess, obviously it's a little bit interesting because I used to watch and people watch. Even Sam Sulek, I know for a fact, even Sam Sulek has body dysmorphia. He wishes he was bigger, right? Which brings me back to this idea that, like, nothing ever really seems to satisfy us. But I got to get to class and we'll talk more about it later. So I'll catch you. All right, Kings won last night. Light the beam. It was a good game. But back to the topic of never feeling satisfied, right? I feel like there's something within us biologically for some reason that we're programmed to always sort of seek more, to want more in terms of like resources and money, or setting a goal, you achieve it, right? And you set another goal, like you're not really happy or anything like that. But we'll get to that because there's so many examples in life that I could bring up, even for myself, like with the gym. I've been working out for maybe 6+ years, and I know I'm stronger. I know I look better than I used to, but I want to look better, right? And I appreciate the journey that I went on to accomplish this physique that I have now, right? But it's not enough. Truthfully, it's not enough, right? I want more. I want to be stronger. I want to bench more. Just the other day, I hit 295, which is my bench PR, 295.
Yeah, easy, easy. There you go.
And today I'm gonna go see if I can bench 300. And I'm gonna try by the end of the year to hit that 315 mark. So I'm constantly setting new goals, constantly seeing if I can get better. But why is that? I think it's just in us. I think it's something that we should accept. Even like someone 6-time Mr. Olympia, Chris Bumstead, he has said himself that he has body dysmorphia. He's literally in the business of building his physique, of having the best physique. Even himself, he doesn't even think that his physique is that amazing sometimes. He's like, oh man, it's okay. I could look better than I do now. And yet he wins 6 years in a row. He's literally, people have told him that he's number one. He's literally proven it to himself that he's number one. And yet he thinks, it's not enough. Isn't that kind of crazy? Why do we, what is this inside of us? And even for things outside of the gym, right? Like, let's say you get into a loving relationship, right? And you love this girl. You've been together 5+ years, right? But there is some animalistic lizard brain part of us inside of us that when we see an attractive girl, even though we're in a relationship, we're not going to cheat, right? But when we see an attractive girl, for some reason, You want to fornicate with them. You want to have sex with them. But we're not going to act on that, if you're in a loving relationship and you respect your women. Because cheating is very easy. A lot of people cheat, right? Try staying in a committed 50 long year marriage. You know how much arguments and trials and tribulations that they probably went through to have that? Like, I am positive that that man has looked at thousands of other women, found them attractive, thought about potentially sleeping with them, and he chose not to, which is something that men do on a daily basis. We see things, we just want to, I don't know, we want to shoot our load into the entire planet for some reason. We always seem to just kind of want more. Even in our career, you get that promotion. You get a, I don't know, $5 raise, and next year you're like, I can make more. Yeah, like CEOs in businesses, they profit $10 million, and they're like, next year, you know what? Let's go for 20 million. Like what? And of course, there's the argument for this, right? There's this thing that a lot of people say nowadays that's becoming a lot more popular, is to learn to appreciate what you have, right? To be in the moment, to learn to appreciate everything you have in your life, and be content, I guess. And I do agree with parts of that, but I don't think you can just sit there and appreciate everything that you have and be content for the rest of your life. Because you know what kind of person is just content with everything and at peace with everything? A monk, right? A monk is at peace, calm. I don't need any external validation or any materialistic things. I don't have to strive for anything except for inward peace and things like that, which I completely respect. But for me personally, I'm not interested in becoming a monk. I do appreciate the things that I have. I just went on a trip to Disneyland, right? And even in that vacation, with my girlfriend, I'm like, oh man, this is such a great time. I'm having such a good time. I love this place. It's nice to take a break and be away from my hometown or whatever. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, once this is done, we're gonna set another vacation. I'm gonna go through like schooling, take some exams, and be stressed out. But I'm ready for the next vacation as well. And I think it's just a constant cycle of this. I think that life is just a constant cycle of setting a goal, trying to achieve it. Maybe you achieve it, maybe you fail. You reflect on that journey, you learn to appreciate the journey, you be grateful or whatever, and you just set another goal and you do it all over again, over and over and over again until you die. And actually, there is a ton of philosophers and famous thinkers that have a similar idea as well. And I'll talk about that. I'm going to go work out though and see if I can bench plus 300. If I do, I will clip it. But I'll get right back to you. All right, we're back home. No PR today, but I did do 225 for 10 reps, which is in itself kind of a PR because I felt like I could do 12 if I had a spotter. But 10 is the most I've ever cranked out, 225. So that 315 bench is coming. You will see that PR. And yes, I'm eating pizza right now because my diet's not great, okay? I'm bulking. I'm trying to get stronger. I don't really care about six-pack abs at the moment. We'll get to that later. But back to what I was saying earlier, there's even people like Viktor Frankl, right, who is the author of Man's Search for Meaning. If you've never read that book, very insightful. It's about purpose. He's a Holocaust survivor going through concentration camps during World War II, and he's a psychologist, okay? So in that book, even Viktor Frankl, talks about the purpose of life being a constant striving for some goal. And I'll put the quote here so you guys can take a look at it. But even Victor thought that the meaning of life is just this constant struggle towards a goal. It's not sitting down and reflecting on it, which is something that obviously we should do, but to continually do that and to not strive, like I don't think that's the goal here. I think, just as other people have said before, it's the constant striving towards a goal. we we have these 4 cycles that we go through. We set a goal, we try to accomplish it, or we fail. We reevaluate, we reflect, we appreciate the journey, and then we set another goal and repeat that process over and over again. That is what life seems to be, at least to me. And another quick idea that I forgot to mention is the hedonic treadmill, right? And it's this psychological theory about how um, once you achieve a higher state of being, you're very happy, you accomplish something, you just go back to your base level of happiness. So let's say you really want a mansion and you finally have enough money to buy the mansion. Yes, amazing. Oh my God. I live in a beautiful home, 10 bedrooms or whatever. After about a month or two, that is now your baseline. It's normal for you, right? You live in this mansion. This is your day-to-day life. You don't really care about it that much anymore. Yeah, it's cool, but it's not what it used to be when you first got it. And now, to achieve that same level of happiness that you had before, you have to strive for something even more. Like maybe you want, I don't know, $1 million yacht now with your mansion. And we're never really happy. We're never really satisfied with what we have. We always want to keep striving for more, for more. That's the hedonic treadmill idea. And there's even another philosopher or thinker, author named Albert Camus. I'm not sure if he came up with the idea, but it's the idea of Sisyphus. There's this story about a guy named Sisyphus, and he is cursed to constantly push this boulder up the hill all the way. It takes him the entire day from morning all the way to night. And once he gets to the top, he reaches the top, pushes the boulder all the way, and it goes back down. And he repeats the process over and over again. And what Albert Camus says is that you have to imagine Sisyphus as if he was happy to push that boulder up the hill, happy to restart, happy to get to the top, see it go all the way down. And he says, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it all over again. And he does it over and over again. And I think this is the key. I'm over here like, oh, this is the answer to life. But I mean, I don't know. And to me, this process of pushing that boulder up the hill, that's your goal, the journey of getting all the way to the top, reflecting, yes, let's go, just to see it roll back down and you have to start over again. That's that's exactly what I've been thinking that this is what this is all about. Um, this constant cycle of never being satisfied with what we have and trying to achieve more. Even when you do achieve your goal, you're like, yay, that's amazing, I finally did it. And then we just get stressed out about something else. I even noticed on TikTok there's this trend. I'll try to find it and post it, but it's people like being stressed about things, and it's just a slideshow, right? And it goes through time, like it follows someone's like timeline through something, right? So for example, it'll be like a doctor, and the doctor's like, oh, I'm so stressed out about my patient today. Rewind a year ago. Oh, I'm so stressed out about becoming a doctor. Rewind another year. I'm so stressed out about getting into doctor school or whatever. Rewind again. It's like, oh, I'm so stressed out about this test to get into doctor school. Or rewind again. It's like, I'm so stressed out about getting into college. And it's constant. And I think I've repeated myself long enough. I feel like you get the idea, hopefully. But let me know what you think. Is life this constant cycle of striving, achieving, failing, appreciating, evaluating, and doing it all over again? Because I feel like that's what it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little different from what I usually do, but it feels right. It feels more natural to me to do it like this. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think or what your ideas are about this cycle of life. And subscribe if you want. Peace.